Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts, and I am so very grateful that you are here today. Welcome. I'm going to be doing something that you've probably never seen me do on this channel before. How do I know that? Because I've never done it on the channel before. In fact, I've never made these before because I had a thing against hidden paper clips. Hated them. Didn't like them. But I keep seeing different ones, and I'm like, I think I kind of like that. So I definitely see a purpose for them, and wanted to make some for my stash because I was looking at these yesterday. I saw them up over in my vintage stuff. These are little cigarette cards. They are truly vintage. You don't have to use these. You can use little cut aparts or pieces of your own cardstock or something that you really like, maybe magazine pictures, something like that. You can make these the same way. Use what you have. But I have a bunch of these. I mean, when I say a bunch, I mean a bunch of these. And I thought, what a great way to actually add these into the journals and create something beautiful. It's a great way to use them. So I started thinking, hidden paper clips, guys. Hidden paper clips. And mass making, we could put some of these together really quick. So I made one as a tester. I'm actually going to put a little charm on here, like a little fishing lure. Wouldn't that be cute? And then on the other side, I used this little ocean one, little oysters and things. So let's make some. So I've got what you're going to need. You're going to need some cardstock. This is an old print that didn't work out. I'm going to use this because it's in my scrap box. What better way to use it? It's not going to be seen anyway. We're going to need some paper clips, regular old paper clips, just paper clips. And then we're going to need something to decorate them with, and glue, scissors, trimmer, maybe some ink. I'm going to use some ink on mine. But yeah, so get out your stuff. Let's play. So what I did first is I took my piece of, this is standard, what is it, 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I folded it into thirds. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of fold this into thirds. We're gonna just, basically you want this longer than your paper clip. Doesn't have to be exact, I don't think, because I'm making this up as I go, and I didn't really pay attention before how I did it as far as sizing goes. So we're just gonna do this, and then we're gonna go all the way across. Okay, pretty simple. It's crooked and everything. Isn't that wonderful? All right, it doesn't matter, guys, because we're gonna be gluing and stuff, so it's okay if it's a little crooked. Now, next thing we're gonna do is we are going to get our paper clips. And can you believe, okay, I found this bucket in my desk, in my other desk, not my crafty desk, my other desk. And when I picked up by the lid, the whole thing fell out. Well, not the whole thing. There's a whole bunch of these still loose in my desk, my other desk. So it's a lot of paper clips. I thought, you know, let's just use them. What we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and take this paper clip and open this up this way. We're going to put these down on here. I want to use a little loop because I'd like to use these as dividers and things in my, or tabs in my journals. So I'm going to leave a little bit of that loop up so that I can put, if I want to, put a little jump ring on there and put some beads. I'm not gonna cover these completely. So if you want to do it the way I do it, or I'm going to do it, it's not like I've mastered this plan. But if you want to do it the same way as me, leave a little bit of that loop up so that you can add charms onto it too. I think that's going to be really, really cute. Haven't tried it yet, but I just know it's going to be really cute because we're going to make it cute. So leave a little bit of the loop up. Doesn't matter which way the long loop goes or the bottom or the short loop goes. You can do it either way. I'm going to scoot these over so I can get one more out of it. We're mass making, so we want to make as many as we can at once, but we do want to leave some space because we're going to cut those apart so that we make these, okay? We need to make our base. Boop, 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 boop. If you guys have a better way of doing this, I'm welcome to all ideas. I did not go back and watch anybody's videos before I did this. I just started playing, and this is what I came up with. So there we go. Okay. Now there's a billion different ways to make these. I'm sure of it. This is what I did today. Done. All right, we got that part. That's pretty easy. Try to make sure these are kind of straight because I think that's going to be important as we fold and glue. We're going to put a slathering of glue all over in between these. All over. We don't want it gushing out or anything, but, and then I think I put some glue in here too, just to help catch those so that they don't come out. And then we're going to fold this piece. This is why we did it in thirds over this way. Now I did get a little bit too much up there. That's okay because we're going to cover that part with our decorative stuff. So we're going to just wipe that a little bit too much, a little bit too much. All right, just smush this in. Smush it, smush it, smush it in between so that this all glues down. Like I said, there may be an easier way. I don't know it because I didn't go read or watch any videos. I just started playing. It worked, so I'm going with it. And I'm using up my scraps, and I love that. And I'm using up some of these things in my stash, and I absolutely love that too. So it's a win-win all around. Making room for fresh and new crafting supplies in my craft room today. It is a rainy day here in Alabama today. I'm loving it. I've got I turned my air off. I put all the birdies in front of the window. I've got my windows open. Some of my, not the one with the birdies are because they can't be in the draft, but opened up the windows on the house. It just feels, it's so nice. It's a little stormy, but that's okay. Got some thunder, we got some rain, got some nice temperatures. All right, so we got that going. This is pretty glued down. I'm pretty sure I've smushed it down enough. This glue dries pretty quick, so I'm not too worried about that. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna take our scissors. See, this is what the other side looked like. All right, we're gonna take our scissors and we're just gonna cut straight in between, kind of half and half. You don't have to measure. You could measure. You could totally measure so that these are exact. I'm not going to because this part won't be seen anyway. Okay, they're hidden paper clips. That means we're not even going to see this part. All right, so there we go. We've got bases. We've got bases for days. We could do this for hours, right? All right, so we've got that part down. I got glue stuck there. Thought I cleaned this before I started. Now, next, these papers, these little magazine, or not magazine, these little cigarette things, they are 2 3/4 by 1.5. Is that right? Yeah, 2 3/4 by 1.5, approximately. So I cut some of my scraps to 2 3/4, which now, well, it's fine. 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. Because we're going to put these on here. Okay. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to ink around here a little bit. Some of these don't really need it. Like this one doesn't really need it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Use whatever ink you like, whatever you have, or don't. That's okay too. And then I think what I want to do is I want to get two theme coordinated and directional. So what I mean by that, I'm going to have 2 of these, one on each side, like I did this one. These are both underwater light. I don't know what kind of fish that is, so I don't know if that's a freshwater. It's probably a freshwater fish, and this would be an ocean. I guess they don't have to be. It's on Muscle Beach, so it's probably a saltwater. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so I've got some. They're the same direction. One's not up this way. They're both going to be, so if I clip it on a page like this, they're going to go in the same direction, right? Now, if I clip it to the top, they're going to be sideways. So I want them to go in the same direction. And then for theme, it'll make it easier if they're the same theme or a similar theme. Somehow that you can tie them together. Like this one is a little sailboat. So let's see if we have another sailboat going in the same direction. Nope, but that's a flower. That's pretty, but that's not quite the same, is it? That's a building. These guys will be the same theme. Let's start with them. And they're going in the same direction. See what I'm saying? All right. let's do these guys instead. I'll come back to that later. So we'll ink them. Now, I don't know what kind of journal I would put these in, except maybe like a travel journal would be fun. These are the British South Africa Police. And this one is Australian Light Horse is what it says. I don't know. From Players Cigarettes. So they're little cigarette cards. And they've got information on the back. I could read it. I don't want to. Remember, we're giving this stuff new life. So, oh, it's military uniforms of the British Empire, it says. I guess that's the theme. That's kind of cool. So we'll put that one there. So the cards must be just shy of the 2 3/4 because I cut the papers at 2 3/4. Probably by a 1/8 or something. And then some of my papers are a little bit crooked. That's okay. I was kind of trying to hurry and get some cut so I could share with you. Get this recorded. I want to do more than one video today. So I'm working towards that. That's my goal. I also have all these mass make projects that I've done the video for and not finished. So I want to sit down and actually finish some of them and get them put away. My craft room is looking quite wonderful right now. It's a hot mess. Even though I've done so well to get things organized and straightened up, it's looking beautiful, but I've got all these projects sitting around me because I just kind of put them, when I don't have room, I put them on the floor next to me so that they're in piles so that all the things that I need are together. So it works for me, but you know, over time you got to put that stuff away. All right, so then we're going to take these cards and we're going to line them up. Now, this one is going to be, and this may happen on all of them, that's okay, because we can trim this apart and it's not going to affect the finished item. So we'll just trim that shorter. See how that's going to cover that up. And again, I'd like to leave this on here because we could put a trim on there, would be really cool. And let's go ahead and glue on the side right here. Probably don't need that glue. I'm probably way overdoing it with that glue. Bearly Arts, you don't need a lot of glue with Bearly Arts, but since that tip, I had trouble with the tip and I have not been able to get a handle on how much to squeeze and not squeeze. I like that I can actually get the glue out without fighting it all the time, but I end up using a lot more this way than I used to. And I know I don't need to, it just happens. So thanks, Bearly Art. I already need a new refill. All right, there we go. So he's all glued on. So you can see, you can't see the base, but on this side you can, of course. And that's why we're going to put the second one right here. Okay. Put the glue on this one. And then we're just going to kind of match this up with the front one because they should be about the same size. It won't matter in the end of it because they're going to be on either side of the paper. But it will look better when they're not on the page. So it's better to line them up. Pretty cool, right? And like I said, you can use decorative papers. You could do anything you want with these. You could stamp on your papers or use some less favorite papers. Here, let's stick this one on here. Once you're done, we're just gonna slide it. Well, let's make sure those are glued all the way down. I guess I didn't finish squishing that one. Is it good? Are we good? Slide it onto the page, just like that. There we go. Here's our other one. Was that easy or what? I'm gonna make some more. Let's have some fun. All right, we'll let that one go dry. We've got all of these to do. I probably won't do them all with you, of course, but let's look for some similar themes here. Oh, I've got a race car. That's kind of cool. Wonder if I've got another race car. Here's a couple. Here's, what is this? Time and percussion. This looks like a bullet. Is that a bullet? South African defense. It's probably a bullet or a bomb. That's kind of weird. Whatever. Okay, this one looks like Royal Army. Okay, well, different directions. There's an old sailboat. I don't know what that one is. South African defense. That goes this way, so those might go that way. I don't know what kind of journal I'm ever going to use those on, but, I mean, it could happen. What are these? It just looks like an old village, maybe. A series of real photographs. Maybe I could put those together. Here's an old boat. Those can go together. So some of these are kind of different. There's one I could use. Oh, are these? Pagoda of, what is that? Wonders of the Past. So these are the same direction. Those kind of look similar. That one goes the same direction as those. I'm going to put that one there. I'm not sure about that one. Some of these I do want to kind of read before I put together, just because I want to make sure they're similar theme. Those go the same direction. Let's do some of these. Here's another. It's a tank, so it's an army fighting military something or other. All right, give me some happy. This is, what is that? What is that? A sea slug. It's a sea slug. How could I not know that that was a sea slug? There's a couple there. It's kind of cute. Let's see. There's some clothing. So fashion. There's another soldier. Here's, this one's Christmas. That dude's a soldier, obviously. Shields, soccer, or football. Looks like a football or soccer. Depends on where you're from, huh? Okay, so this one is good, but it's got the different direction. That's Christmas. I've got a beautiful butterfly here. I don't know if I have another butterfly. Here's another photo and a dude. That looks military-ish. This dude looks like a polo player or something. Cricket. He's a cricket player, so sports. And that one looks like handsome gentleman, maybe. There's a butterfly. I could do a bird and a butterfly. They're winged things, and they go the same direction. So let's put these two together. I'm going to put these aside. Again, some of these I'm going to have to study up on. Maybe I could do seeing the new moon. Because I know I have more of these somewhere. I'm going to go through those before I put those all together. So we're not going to do a ton. We'll do those two. That one, I feel like those might go together. I'm not sure. Let's see what direction these were in. We'll put those there. So we'll do at least a few more. Let's do those two, those two. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, here's some more. There's those flowers. Thought I had those. All right. We'll at least do these few. Okay. We'll do these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's find some pretty colors to go with them. And they don't have to be the same colors on either side, on both sides either. I mean, they could be whatever you want, you guys. Here, let's do one that's different on each side. This one. Do those two? Sure, why not? All right. sure enough. You could make little paper clusters. You could use fabric and trim. Just remember that it's going to get thicker and thicker in everything you put on it. So you have to be careful with that. But otherwise, be creative. Make it how you want it. Yeah, I've just never really been a huge fan of hidden paper clips, but I really thought these would be great for it. So there's something I can do with them. They're also fun to just kind of stick in a journal. They're interesting. You know, just tuck in a pocket. Okay. Take a base. Glue up that base. It's all about the base. I forgot to trim off, but that's okay. We'll fix it in a minute. Yeah, I knew it was going to be too long. I knew I was going to leave glue everywhere. I knew it. All right, so let's put this one down. Make sure it's glued real good. Okay, and then this one too, let's make sure they're going the same direction. So this is the up side, so we need it to go this way. So it doesn't have to be the same on both sides. You can use your scraps, use what you've got. There we go. Pinch. All right, so there's that next one. We're getting a good collection, aren't we? All right, next in line, next in line. These are going to go this direction. And do I have a color I really like behind there? I think I'm just going to go with this one again. I guess I didn't find very many colors to use, did I? Oops, sorry. Okay. I mean, I've got a whole bin. I just didn't cut a lot of different colors, I guess. Here we go. Are you guys mass making anything? It's Mass Make March. Building up our stash, right? It's a fun way to do it. It is. It is a lot of fun. I've been watching a lot of different videos. I'm trying not to copy anybody, kind of trying to do my own thing. Check out, if you haven't already, check out Seven Plaza, Crafty Toni. I know there's other people that are doing it. I know that people have been doing this for years, so it's a lot of fun, but it's a great way to build up your stash at the beginning of the year, use up some of that stuff, get the extras out, have stuff ready for your new projects. But I want to thank both Seven Plaza, Margareth and Toni, for their contributions to our community, first of all. But I mean, I think they're both amazing ladies and doing a great job. But they always have such amazing ideas, and they're always so inspirational. If you guys don't know them, I'm going to link them below because I think you should go check them out. They're both wonderful. I love watching both of them. I try not to watch, this is going to sound terrible, but I try not to watch them too much because I don't want to copy. And I'm always trying to think of different things that other people aren't doing, so it doesn't look like I'm copying them. And I like to use my own. So as much as I love watching them, I try really hard to do my own thing. So, but last night I was just watching. I was like, I've got to get some ideas. What can I put in my stash? It was great. So thank you to both of you ladies for your amazingness and your contributions to the crafty community, because, you know, even in different Facebook groups, I hear their names come up all the time. And I love that. I love that for them. All right. There we go. And they both have a different products that they share and have for purchase in Etsy's and Ko-fi's. And I know Toni has a stamp line, beautiful stamps, and washi tapes. I'm not sure if she's got other products too. I'll have to go back and check, but definitely go check them out, guys. All right, another thing you could do on these, which I was just thinking, which you could also round the corners on these, which would be really pretty on all corners. It'd be really fun. If you like that little bit softer look, that might be nice. All right, now I'm not going to do it. I think I'm going to put these aside for now because we're already well into this video. But I want to put a charm on my fishy one because I'm curious what it's going to look like, and I want to put a bow on the others so that we can kind of see what they will look like. Oh, however, where is my, oh no. All right, well, I'm gonna have to come back to you for that one because my box or my jar of pre-made, pre-wired, never mind, I found it. I was like, it's missing, no. Okay, here it is. I think we can find something in here so I don't have to wire anything. But I do have my jump rings here. I do have my tools. I do have, ooh, that would be kind of cute on there somehow. All right, so these are some of my, I keep some of them pre-wired in here. Like that. See, that's not going to go on there, but as you can see, some of these are already made, and that's what I'm going to look for, is one that's already made so I can get it out of my stash. Some of these things just need to be worked into my bead drawers, I think. Isn't that the cutest? I love it. All right, ooh, here's some, okay, something like this. This would be cute for a little fishing lure, don't you think so? Just a little tiny bobber thing. But maybe not those colors. Maybe not purple and green. Maybe that one might be nice. purple and blue. That one would be nice. Nothing too fancy maybe, but could put a charm on there, like a little, I don't know what kind of charm. That's too big, obviously. That one. You could just put that one on there. That'd be cute. Let's just do that. You know, it doesn't have to be much. Maybe both of those. That's probably too much, though. All right, we're going to settle with that one. And see how that looks. Pick those up, get them out of the way. Don't need that one, don't need that one, don't need that one, or that one. Oh, get out of the way. Bead box, bead jar. My bead jar that's overflowing with beadiness. All right, let's get a good jump ring. And I kind of want, I'm feeling a little bit bigger one because I kind of want it to stand out. So I'm thinking like that one. Never open these upside down. That's why I put the little narwhal on there, because I've opened it this way all the time. Yeah, that's a hot mess. Okay. When you open your jump rings, if you've not played with these before, make sure that you never pull this way. Not this way. That's the wrong action. You want to pull this way, side to side. Why? Because you won't bend your ring out of shape. If you pull side to side, then you can just go back side to side. Here, let's take this off. And it'll go right back into shape. And you won't ruin your jump ring. So remember how we went side to side? Ugh. We're going to do it again. Just go this way. And it's a perfect circle again. Okay. Now we've got a little fishing lure on there. Isn't that cute? I love that. I love that. I'm glad I thought of it. And it looks cute on the, even on this side. You could put, I do have some, like I said, I have some little charms. I may go back eventually and put them on, put one on there. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But for now, he's going to just go right back on here. And there we go. It's just going to dangle like out the book, right? Because it's going to go on the side of the page, so that you'll see this in the pages part. All right, now for these, like, let's use this one. Let's see if I can find a cute little ribbon to go on there. And I have a whole stash right here under my desk. Ooh, I have some of this. This would be nice for this one. We could just use a piece of this. It's the right color and everything. Maybe this is a piece of fabric from his uniform. We don't know. I mean, we do know it's not. It's a ribbon that I made, but you know what I'm saying? All right, so we could just do something like this. Doesn't have to be fancy, guys. And we've got this cute little trim that's going to stick out from the top of the book. We can also make this way, so it's a little more decorative and cute. And there we go. Now when we put this in our book, that part is going to stick out at the top of our book. So we've got some decorative measure there too. Cute, right? I love it. I love that. It was so simple too. All right, so I'm going to be mass making these, guys, all day long, probably, and having some fun with it. So, I mean, you don't have to, you could do trim sticking out the side of the book too. We can put one on this one. Might as well use it, right? It's out. My birdies are happy. I love that. They're just singing away in the living room. Clear across the house. Okay, now I didn't leave the loop long enough on some of these, it looks like. There we go. I got it. I got it now. Okay, so that'll just stick out the side of the book. You can fluff it and make it pretty, however you want to do it. You could even take a little string and tie it around here so that these stay together. And then it would have, here, let's try it. Let's use a little piece of blue because I kind of like that look too. Using grandma's scissors a lot today. They're just sitting right here. I need to get my others unburied. I can see my other ones underneath some plastic, but I can't get to them. We can wrap this around maybe twice and then tie it just above that little knot. A little fiddly, but I think we can do it. There we go. I'll show you closer in just a second. We could put a bow on that. I'm just making it up as I go. And then we can cut those. Oh, I untied it. I'm never going to be able to make that little bow again. All right, I'm not going to try to tie that again. It's already in a knot, so we'll just cut. But look, that's pretty cute too, right? So there's so many things you could do. Just have fun with it. Make your little hidden paper clips. They're going to make really good little conversation pieces. You know, that's so cute. I love that idea. I'm so happy that that came to me. Anyways, I'm going to be making these all day, guys. It's raining. I got time. Have some fun with it. I'm so glad you're here and joined me. I hope that if you had any fun today, if you enjoy the project, if you got anything out of it at all, hit the like and subscribe. I'd love to have you join my YouTube family. And I hope you have a fantastic, safe, and wonderful crafty day. Love y'all. See you next time. Bye-bye.